I'm constantly reminded that, I'm responsible for taking another human being's life.
The national conversation about criminal justice reform is louder than ever.
Came from the bottom of mankind. My hair is nappy, you know that it's big.
We have a criminal justice system which is broken.
A lot of the talk is focused on reducing the sentences for non-violent offenders. But what about violent offenders? I sat down with Shaka Sangor, who spent 19 years in prison for second-degree murder, to ask him about it all.
Basically, I got kind of seduced into the crack trade. Got older, more seasoned street hustlers. Got shot multiple times, and I didn't know at the time that I was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. I began to carry a gun every day. Got into a conflict with a group of guys who came to buy some drugs. At a moment when I felt there was a potential threat, I turned and fired 4 fatal shots. And for that crime, I was sentenced to 17 to 40 years in prison.
You ended up serving 19.
Yeah, 7 of that was in solitary confinement. And when I got out, I literally had spent half my life in, half my life out.
How should we begin to talk about violent offenders?
90% of people incarcerated, regardless to whether you're violent or non-violent, will return to society. And if we are under the illusion that only non-violent offenders are coming back to society, then it doesn't allow us to really engage people in an honest way. Our system is set up to break and destroy. It's not meant to rehab or transform or redeem. You cannot punish people indeterminately and then wake up one day and say, okay, it's time for you to go home and be a civilized citizen.
Hillary Clinton in 1996, where she called young black kids that were in similar circumstances that you were
super predators.
When you think about somebody identifying inner city kids as super predator, it just shows how disconnected they are from the everyday realities of cities like Detroit and Chicago. Unfortunately, children get shot every day in the inner city and they never get treatment. If my shooting would have taken place in the suburbs, there would have been a very different response and a reaction to me being shot.
There are going to be people who watch this interview and think, this man is responsible for taking the life of another human being. Why should I feel any sort of empathy or compassion for him?
I'm not really concerned whether somebody feels empathy or compassion for me. How do we really help those who are coming back home? How do we ensure that our tax dollars are being spent in a way that creates a healthier, positive, more progressive society?